Harry Homes, a chance to get your pre-drywall inspection. Your inspector will check every single window to make sure that there are no gaps. Every single one. And by the way, I love those big windows. Hey, meet me out here, Valencia, Manvel, Texas. And we're gonna be walking this Perry home in the framing stage. And if you're buying a Perry home in Valencia, and should you get an inspection, especially at the framing stage. And a lot of buyers ask me, when do I get these inspections? You got to time them just right before they hang the sheetrock, before they cover everything up. I will say Perry's a wonderful builder, and but not all builders are perfect. You still need inspections, even on your most favorite builder. So we're going to walk through here and kind of show you what maybe an inspector would be looking for. And keep in mind, during this walkthrough, it's not quite ready for the inspection. What I mean by that is the construction manager hasn't gone and done all his checks, and the construction manager will say, okay, now's the time to get your inspection, and we might find a couple things that they haven't picked off yet. Harry Homes. This one is available. This is a wonderful one-story cul-de-sac. And since it's available, and I like to start off in the garage, of course, since it's available, you've already got a chance to get your pre-drywall inspection. And they are just about ready. They're finishing up some final little touches. And we're going to show off the house, but we're also going to show you what an inspector will be looking for. Your inspector is going to be checking for every single nail guard, anywhere there's plumbing, electrical, gas lines, anything you don't want a nail to go through when they hang the sheetrock. Okay. They're also going to be checking, so they're going to be checking all these nail guards here. Your inspector will check every single one. If there's a certain distance, I think it's 1.25 inches from where they would put the nail in, needs a nail guard. See, those don't. Nail guard, nail guard. Let's see how many times I say nail guard. Nail guard. Nail guard. Nail guard. That's your gas line coming in from the outside. Big old galvanized pipe. So they'll be looking for straps, clips, according to code. They've got a couple of flip overs here. Different builders do different things, but they are required to have certain amount of clips and straps, nail guard, per code, per windstorm code. But also when you have these that are 3.5 butted up, they're going to make sure that you drop that load all the way down with at least 3 to the slab. Your inspector will make sure that all those are relatively tight together, and of course touching and doing their job. And then he'll go over here, and we can't see those behind that over there, but there should be at least 3 coming down. And of course he'll check that. So you always hear me say shear walls. That's OSB interior. And your inspectors are going to check what's called a nail schedule. So whenever they nail this, they have to have nails certain distances from each other, or so many nails, anywhere they actually nail that, to make that work. And yep, OSB. So that is, even though it's in the garage, it's still a shear wall. And per windstorm, they'll be able to put some big old anchors here and then shoot it into the concrete. All right, so it was just the garage. So we're not going to go through a whole inspection process, but one little thing that they check is the distance every single one of these outlets or light switches is, because they're going to have sheetrock there and you want it to be level. So these got to be protruding out, and they have to have enough nails in them. 1 nail, 2 nail, so they don't move around. See? You wouldn't be able to see this stuff if the sheetrock was up. Another thing, every header board on every doorway, they're going to be checking for gaps. That's just the board, but that's as tight as I can get that gap, because you don't want big gaps in there, because eventually it'll move around and you might start seeing cracks in your sheetrock. That's actually good. It ties it together. See how close these are? They are right up next to each other. And it all has to do with the construction manager and how he manages the construction process. Ooh, I like that. They gave it a little brace right there. Good, that's the water line. That's your drain line, nail guard, nail guard. Ooh, yep, that one's good. That one's good, because they're checking everything. And by the way, this is a beautiful 1-story Perry home, available, no back neighbors. So major load bearing, your inspector's definitely going to check that. In fact, I like to check those, but that's because they're holding up basically the entire roof. All those coming down, they're going to make sure that those are snug and tight, and hitting that to put the load on there and then drop the load down to the slab with adequate amount of boards going down. That's 2x6. Yeah, they'll probably take that one off. It's temporary. I think they'll probably check every penetration point. They got to have that foam in there. It's okay if it looks messy. As long as it does its job, it's going to be covered up anyway. And that's your utility room, by the way. That's where your ice maker goes, refrigerator. And again, another header board. No gap, no gap. Looks good. Always a lot going on in the kitchen. Got a lot of electrical coming out. All these, excuse me, all these ones that are going this way, those are not supporting. They're just a place to hang your cabinets, so they don't have to be straight. It's okay if they even have gaps in them. It's just, they're just gonna hang your cabinets. And occasionally you'll see another garden. I don't think they'll actually check the gas measurement, but they'll pressurize that, and they'll leave it pressurized for a while, and if it goes down, that's up to the construction manager to monitor that to make sure you don't have a gas leak. Lots of under cabinet lights. Nice. Nice. I'm telling you, meet me out here in Valencia. I can show you more in detail this particular Perry 1-story home. This is a beautiful floor plan. Big island kitchen right here, big open area. And your inspector will check every single window to make sure that there are no gaps. Every single one. And by the way, I love those big windows. And they go all the way around there. Love it. I don't know if you can see that. In fact, the guy's here right now putting this pink foam. That's just an extra barrier. When they hang the sheetrock, it seals because they're going to have insulation. And then also down here, any exterior wall, they'll spray that foam bead, so the sheetrock will squeeze right up against that. So your inspector will be looking for that. Make sure that there is no penetration. Yeah, so he's here right now. Actually, he don't need it there because that's interior. So anything exterior has to have it. Let's see what else. Pretty sure your inspector won't go up there, but he'll be able to maybe poke his head up there. He'll look for anything in the roof line that he doesn't like. On your final inspection, he'll obviously be able to go up there. Yeah, having fun yet? But yeah, it's I'm the meet me out here guy, and this is what I do. We compare builders, and when you do meet me out here, or anywhere for that matter, I'm going to show you whatever builders that were interested, whether it's Perry or Coventry or and in Valencia in particular, but really any neighborhood. And I'm going to show you the builders in this stage, and you're going to see a little bit of difference. And you're going to ask me, well, which one's better? And I'll tell you. I'll say, well, they do this one better, but then maybe this builder might be doing something a little bit better than the other one. So you would never know it unless you actually see the homes in this stage. So you got to meet me out here. So this is the primary bedroom. Nice big sheer wall in here. Nice, nice, nice. We got nail guard. We probably got some plumbing back there. Big anchor right there. Let's see why they have a nail guard. Yep, it's a drain line. So they got a nail guard on this side. Nice big anchor there. They shoot it down into the ground or the concrete. Good, good, good. You can see the drain line go all the way up to the roof. I guess from this point, he could probably check to see if there's any daylight coming from any of these roof jacks. Roof jacks meaning anything that pokes out of the roof. There's another one, and if he sees daylight, it's a good chance for them to cover it up or fix it. And they can still fix that after the hanging sheetrock, but again, don't want any gaps, don't want any gaps. Looks like they did a little movement here. They had to move some things in the concrete. There's a nail guard. Ooh, it's warm in here. Late July in the Houston area. But what I was saying, again, you've got to meet me out here so we can compare exactly if you're thinking whether Perry or Coventry or Beezer or Pulte or anybody in Valencia. And it's not just Valencia, it's anywhere in the Houston area. But in this particular neighborhood, those are the builders that are out here. And we would need to basically look at them as they're being built in this stage, and it'll make a big difference on the builder that you choose. And of course, I'll help you, guide you the entire way. James Potenza, your Houston area new construction realtor, the Meet Me Out Here guy. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.